All right, great. And so we are live. Well, hello, parents. As you know, my name's Graham Matthews, and I run the ACE Chem Accelerator program, which is a program designed to help your child earn an A star in A-level chemistry in less than 16 weeks. So look, I thought I'd pop into the group, into the page, into the channel, like whatever you're watching this live stream, and answer a question, And so the question I want to answer is this one. What's going to happen to my child if they don't earn an A star in A-level chemistry? Is this really going to impact their future? In other words, should I really be that concerned about it? And the answer is yes. As you may have noticed, I'm kind of driven and motivated helping your child earn an A star in A-level chemistry. And it's simple. And the reason is because I work with students that want to go to medical, dental, or veterinary programs at the chosen university in the UK. And so they need to be competitive with the other applicants into these programs. So I am aware that, yes, they do need to have top grades, top marks in the A levels, like of chemistry, biology, maths, whatever they're taking. Right, but I'm focusing on A-level chemistry. And I am also aware that the application involves them scoring well on the UKMAT, the BMAT, medical school interview, their application, their essay. Yeah, there is an entire package they need to put together. But I'm only focused on the A-level chemistry and securing your child an A star in A-level chemistry. All right. So the question is, well, what happens if they don't get it? They start going down a downward spiral. All right. So first thing is this. Let's say that they're in year 12 and they don't get an A on the UCAS prediction exam. Is it the end of the world? Well, no, it's not the end of the world, but all of a sudden they're not as competitive, because if they did get an A on the UCAS prediction exam, the sixth form college would predict them an A star. If they predicted an A star, all right, for A-level chemistry, they can now start to apply to medical, dental, and veterinary programs that require them to have an A star in A-level chemistry at the end of year 12, the beginning of year 13. And then, yeah, they just progress through year 13 and do the UKMAT, the BMAT, and the medical school interviews and the application, right? The essay. Easier path. And then year 13 becomes a little bit more easier for them because they've got a solid foundation in the year 12 content, which means that year 13, year 13, it's based off year 12. And so if you have a solid foundation in the year 12 content, year 13 is easier. It's an application of the year 12 content, just in a bit more depth. Right then. So you can see A on the UCAS prediction exam, predicting A star. In year 13, course content's easier. They can now apply to top flight medical, dental, and veterinary programs, right? Now, having said this, some parents will go, well, yeah, but couldn't my child kind of like, curve out at the end to get the A star? Well, yes, they could. I mean, I've seen students, at the last minute, just pull it together and then get an A star in A-level chemistry. That's true. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. They all tell me, wish I didn't do it this way. I really wish I'd done the other way that you suggested, but yeah, it is possible. All right. And so then they lock in the A star and off they go to medical school, right? But what happens is, if they don't get an A on the UCAS prediction exam, year 13, they're probably not going to get an A star or an A. They'll probably end up with a B. or say, I mean, I'm just this is what studies show, that the year 13 grade tends to be one grade lower than the year 12 grade, right? So you're thinking, okay, and then what does this mean? Well, this means this, that now they're not a competitive applicant for medical school, dental school, or veterinary programs. So they got a choice. All right. Choice could be, well, they could take a foundation course. And so they can take a foundation course on a course that's kind of somewhat similar to a medical school, program. It's kind of related to it. They got to do an extra year of study. They got to take even more exams to go prove themselves in this foundation course, but they could do it, you know. And then at the end, what they could do is they could reapply to medical school. Absolutely, But the problem with that is that they're not a competitive applicant because they're now competing. They've like recycled it so that a student that's recycled their grades second time around, and now they're applying to medical school and they're competing against students who got an A star the first time around. So they're not seen by the medical school. They're not seen as being as competitive as those students that got the A star the first time around, right? So they could take a foundation course, or what they could do is they could take a gap year. No, problem with taking a gap year is this, right? Your child's taking a gap year, so they've got to take a year out. They've got to get a job, or they've got to somehow on their own revise A-level chemistry. All right. So they don't have the support structure of the sixth form college. All their friends have gone on to university, and they're kind of out of sync. And they've got to try to keep themselves motivated and build up their confidence and improve their study skills, revision strategies, exam taking technique. All right. On their own. Okay. Not the best way of doing it. Well, now, you could. I mean, theoretically, your child could do this. But again, the best outcome that they're going to get is this, is at the end of the year, they then resit their A-level exams. And of course, you as a parent, you need to pay the resit fee for the A-level exam. And then they're going to be applying to medical, dental, and veterinary programs. But again, they're going to be seen by the medical, dental, and veterinary programs like the universities as a recycled student, someone that has reset their A-level exams, not as competitive as those applicants that got it right the first time around. Okay. Or what they could do is, they could choose a different career path. I really wanted to be a doctor, but I ended up doing this. Okay. And I see students do this a lot when they go into clearing. It's like they end up just choosing a degree, a university, just to get into university and have a degree. It isn't something that they really want to do. It's not something that they're driven to do. It's kind of like, well, second option, third option, okay, it will just have to do, right? So this is why, from the student perspective, I'm so driven, I'm so motivated, to show them a proven framework that will allow them to get an A star in A-level chemistry, all right? The other reason why your child needs to get an A star in A-level chemistry the first time around is because both you and your child get this feeling of satisfaction. All right. So think about it. From the child's point of view, you're thinking, they get an A star in A-level chemistry. and they feel really good on results day. They feel fantastic. They feel really happy. They feel elated. And, what they say is this, is that, yeah, I couldn't have done anything else. This was me working at my true potential. I transformed myself into an A-level student. I improved my study skills. I improved my revision strategies. I improved my exam taking techniques. I worked on my confidence. I got my motivation going. And yeah, this is just me, this is it. This grade represents me. I couldn't have done anything else. This is it. All right. It's a great feeling to have for your child, because what they've done is that they've got a result with A-level chemistry that they're happy with, that they're proud with, that they feel deep down, yeah, that really represents what I can do. And then they can close that chapter of their life and they can move on to the next chapter of their academic career without having any doubt. They'll never look back and go, you know what? If I had if I had studied more, learned better revision strategies, improved my exam technique, did more past paper questions, yeah, they don't have that feeling of if only if, because they know they couldn't have done any better than what they did. All right. And it's the same feeling for the parents, when the child gets an A star in A-level chemistry, well, of course, the parent's proud and they got to tell everybody that their child got an A star in A-level chemistry and now they're off to medical school, which is great. All right. But deep down, the parents also know, you know what, there isn't anything else I could have done to help my child. I invested in my child's education. I keep them motivated. I built up their confidence. I may not know anything about A-level chemistry, but I did everything as a parent that I could possibly do to help my child secure an A star in A-level chemistry. And it's a wonderful feeling to have. All right. So the reason why your child needs to get an A star in A-level chemistry is so that they can close out that chapter in the life regarding the A levels with a sense of satisfaction that they've done their best and that now is time to move on to the next chapter in their life and their academic career. The same thing for the parents. They feel like they've done their best. There's nothing else they could have done to help them out. All right. If they do, fantastic. If they don't, well, then, yeah, it's kind of a downward spiral that they've got to spin out of. It's more work, it's more effort. And, they're now gambling with the chance of getting into top flight medical, dental, and veterinary programs. Okay. So as I always say, parents, look, if you're the parent of a year 12 child, and you're thinking, well, my child is getting ready for the UCAS prediction exam, and I really want to secure an A for them on the UCAS prediction exam. Or if you're the parent of a year 13 child who's getting ready to take their final exam in A-level chemistry, and you're thinking, I want to do everything I possibly can to secure an A star for my child in A-level chemistry, so they can go on to medical, dental, and veterinary programs of their choice at the chosen university, right? I need you to reach out to me. So look, it doesn't matter if you're in the Facebook group, if you're on my Facebook page, if you're on the YouTube channel, like whatever you're watching this live stream, all right? Reach out to me. There's probably somewhere around this video, there's a comment box. You can leave me a message as a comment, or you can reach out to me on Facebook directly. And I'll reach out to you, or my assistant will reach out to you. And look, let's have a call. I'll sit down with you and your child, and I'll explain to you the proven framework that I use, that I teach in the ACE Chem Accelerator program, and how I'll put a game plan together for you and show you how I can help your child earn an A star in A-level chemistry in year 13, or an A in year 12 on the UCAS prediction exam in less than 16 weeks. Okay, so everybody take care, and I'll see you on the next one.